Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for tonight's seminar. Kick off the session today, I would like to introduce our speaker. First, we have Eugene, and property investor and well-respected leader within ERA, clocking many years of experience in the real estate industry. Leading a team of over 550 realtors, Eugene has clinched the 2020 and 2023 ERA top division in project sales, accumulating in his promotion to Executive Director of Agency last year. He was one who awarded the SEAA Best Leader Award. He is recognized top leaders in the real estate industry and is awarded based on the ethic values and client first mindset. Next, we have Choong, Group Division Director of ERA Realty Network Private Limited. With over 11 years of experience in real estate industry, Jay has the privilege of being part of the ERA League of Honor and has been recognized as a top achiever multiple times, including being named of one of the ERA #1 top project achievers. His journey also includes the prestigious award by the Institute of Estate Agent Platinum Award and the recognition among the top agents in the Asia Pacific region. So without further ado, let's welcome both speakers tonight. Over to you, Eugene.
Thank you, Pei Wen. Okay, so Eugene Ko here. So I will start off today's session, and to start off, we will have some disclaimer. Please do your own independent research before going into any property purchase decision. Okay, so to start off, I will be sharing on the Chuan Park investment potential first, after which Jay will be sharing more on the site analysis as well as floor plan comparison later. So please stay all the way to the end. So for Chuan Park the Chuan Park investment opportunity, I'll be going through SML development that offers excellent capital appreciation. SML means a development that's near to primary schools, near to MRT, as well as a large size development. After which we'll go through what is the implication or impact of Chuan Park being the first launch in 14 years, which we expect very high take-up rate and why. And the window of opportunity being Chuan Park as a new launch going at close to resale prices within the vicinity. And lastly, we'll go through what is the reasonable price for Chuan Park. So to start off, Chuan Park is a development with very high demand and low supply. And why high demand? We can see that SML developments like Chuan Park enjoy excellent capital appreciation. By S, we mean within 1 kilometer to primary school, because parents prioritize properties within 1 km of primary schools. MRT, Chuan Park is right beside Lorong Chuan MRT, and also large size development. Large size development have more units, more transactions, and it generally means higher appreciation. And we look through some of the developments that are having these characteristics and how do they fare. Firstly, we look at Jadescape. Jadescape is a development quite near us, just 2 MRT stops away at Marymount MRT station. Within like 2-3 minutes walk, you reach the Jadescape condo. The development is also within 1 kilometer of Catholic High, as well as I think 2 blocks within 1 km of Aitong. Large size, 1,200 units. And as we can see, the profitable transactions at Jadescape, right? The 3-bedroom units profit between a very healthy 630,000 to 760,000 within 4-5 years after launch. So that is the date they bought on, like 9 February 2023, sold on 30th September 2024. This is the unit, this is the size. And you can see that the 4 to 5 bedroom units profit up to 910,000 in 4 years. So this is Jadescape. And we can look at another development that is also near to school, near to MRT and large size. The Panorama, which is at Ang Mo Kio Avenue 2, very near to, and of course within 1 km of CHIJ St. Nicholas, a very good school, within walking distance of Mayflower MRT. And what we are looking at is 3-bedroom units made profits of between 560 to 940,000 in 3 to 10 years. So you can see that developments that display such characteristics, this type of pattern, enjoy very good appreciation. And why is that so? because there is very strong demand. Okay, it's proven demand for SML developments. Recent launches last year, we have reserved residences within 1 km of Pei Hua and MGS. And of course, very near to Beauty World MRT and large size, over 70% of units sold during launch. And as well as Grand Diamond, also launched last year, right, within 1 km of 3 primary school, Kong Hua School, Haig Girls School, and Tanjung Katong Primary School, and minutes walk to Dakota MRT. In fact, last year, Grand Diamond is the best-selling project in 2.5 years that have such characteristics. Okay. And are we also looking at the potential sell-out at Chuan Park? And why we say so? Because it's the first launch in Lorong Chuan after 14 years, and many of you might also be waiting for Chuan Park. Okay, you look at Amor Residence, first launch in Ang Mo Kio after 8 years. We did 98% on first day of launch. As well as Jayden, just November last year, November the 12th, 88% sales on launch day because it's the first launch in JLD after 13 years. So we can see that developments in an area whereby, after many years without launch, they generally do a bit better because there's a lot of pent-up demand. Okay, so now the question is this. We are the first launch in Lorong Chuan after 14 years. What do you think the preview sales will be? So this is a question that you should think of. Okay, and 14 years ago, in July 29, 2010, 75% sold at this development called Scala, which is right beside Chuan Park. You can see that Lorong Chuan has very proven demand. It's an area no stranger to people that stays in the Bishan, Toa Payoh, Serangoon cluster, what we call BTS, Bishan, Toa Payoh, Serangoon cluster. Okay, and looking at the trend, younger buyers love new homes. This is done by our ERA research and market intelligence. You can see that buyers below the age of 35 that bought new homes increased from 9% in year 2015 to 35% in year 2023. And this trend is steadily increasing through the years. And why am I showing you this? Is that when Chuan Park TOP in year 2018, right, we are very likely to set a new benchmark in terms of pricing with the one and only new development at Lorong Chuan. Nearby development around us will be between 15 to 34 years old. Anyone want to look for a development less than 5-year-old, less than 10-year-old, or even less than 15-year-old? Chuan Park is the one and only choice once we are completed. And not only that, we are right beside the Lorong Chuan MRT. It means that there is very, very low supply, which sums up point one, whereby Chuan Park is a development with very high demand and low supply. And with that, we go to point two, the market gap, the market opportunity that we are looking at is available at Chuan Park also. New launch at almost resale price. Okay. And firstly, we go through this. Okay. Newer development is naturally priced higher. What do I mean by that? Is that looking at this illustration, this area, this Dakota MRT area, we have Dakota Residences, which TOP in 2010. Average PSF this year is 1772 per square foot. And next, we look at Waterbank at Dakota, TOP 3 years later, in year 2013, average PSF 1923 per square foot. And of course, the newest one in this cluster, Grand Diamond, average PSF this year is at 2673 per square foot. So you can see that all else equals, newer development is naturally priced higher. Just like a car, all else equal, a newer car is priced higher. And with that, the window of opportunity right now. So what is it? Over the last 12 months, we see very low new home launches. And when there's low new home launches, there's very low volume. With low volume, you can see that this year the new launch price is relatively stable. But whereas on the other side of the coin, ABSD have drive homeowners to resale. And what do I mean by that? So if today you are an existing homeowner, very likely you need to sell before you buy. And if you sell your place, you buy a resale property, you don't need to rent. But if you buy a new home, you will actually need to rent. So this ABSD actually drive homeowners towards resale. And also, if you're thinking, to pay the 20% ABSD first, right, without selling your place and claim back after TOP, after you sell off your place, the ABSD is now 20%, not 7%. So, so it is generally harder now. And with that, resale price have went up significantly. And what we see on the market is that new launch and resale price is quite close. So if you can invest in a new launch at close to resale price, when the new launch TOP, the new launch will naturally be higher than the resale property quite significantly, just like Grand Diamond against the surrounding resale developments. Okay, so ABSD have given us an opportunity today, but let's go back in time in year 2020, whereby COVID have also given the Penrose buyers an opportunity 4 years ago. And how does it look like? 4 years ago in year 2020, Penrose is just launched. Okay, in fact, it's just going to TOP soon, maybe end of the year. Okay, Sims Urban Oasis is right beside. It's a 3-year-old resale development. Both developments are probably around 7 minutes walk, 7 to 8 minutes walk to Aljunied MRT. And with that context, we can see that Penrose is launched at 15xx per square foot, whereby at that point of time, Sims Urban Oasis is going at 15xx per square foot. Fast forward 4 years today, what we see is that Sims Urban Oasis price is at 18xx per square foot, and Penrose price is at 21xx per square foot. So Sims Urban Oasis from 1005 to 1008 have grown $300 per square foot, whereas Penrose from 1005 to 2001 have doubled in profits at $600 per square foot. And looking at this, your profit doubles when you invest in new launch at close or even at resale price, which means that you have lower risk and higher returns. Why are we looking at lower risk here? Lower risk because even if Sims Urban Oasis, let's say 1005 4 years ago, maybe now it's still 1005, right? Maybe Penrose might be 1008. So even when your neighbors break even, you might profit. Or even on the downside, which hardly happens, let's say even if Sims Urban Oasis, lose a bit of money, 1003, 1004, right? Penrose maybe will still make a bit of money. So you have lower risk and higher returns at the same time when you can invest in a new launch at close to resale price. Okay. And as what I try to illustrate, ABSD have created this market gap now, has created this opportunity now, because it is hard for homeowners to buy new launch unit without selling their place. It's easier to sell their house and buy a resale property. And these are the numbers. If you did not sell your property, you just want to buy another property, even though let's say your flat or your private condo is fully paid, the 25% plus 20% ABSD plus stamp duty for let's say a 2.3 million purchase, you need 1.1 million cash or CPF without the sale proceed of your house, which is generally quite a lot lah. Okay, not many people can actually pay this money without selling their current place. So it's harder. So it's easier for them to sell their house to instead buy a resale property. And what has this resulted? Right? Resale price increase. So let's look at Scala. Scala, over the last 2 years, if you look at these 4 units are all on stack 21, the same stack number, the same layout, the same size. August 2022, 0521 is at 1.45 million. Shortly after, in March 2023, the 10th floor unit is sold at 1.59 million, 140,000 higher. And then fast forward July 2024, the 7th floor unit is going at 1.7 million. And then just last month, the 11th floor unit is now sold at 1.78 million, which is 330,000 over the price 2 years ago and still increasing. So this have resulted in significant price growth in the resale market. And if you look at even resale Jadescape, okay, from even March 2023, this is Tech 12 unit, third floor to 15th floor. Of course, there's a higher floor. Okay, but the PSF increased from 2,000 to 2,360. So generally, you can see that resale prices are moving slightly faster than normal. And in our opinion, it is ABSD that drive this behavior of homeowners towards resale. Okay, and now we look at Chuan Park versus Jadescape. Chuan Park right beside Lorong Chuan MRT. One MRT stop away, we see Bishan. Another MRT stop along Circle Line is Marymount. And we have this Jadescape condo, which is now 2-year-old. So Chuan Park is a -4-year-old development. Jadescape is a 2-year-old development. With that context, you can see that the Jadescape transactions, 3-bedroom, is hovering around 23xx per square foot. Even for the 0360 third floor unit, is still at 23xx per square foot now. Okay, so this is the average price at Jadescape. And the question is this: if today Jadescape is 2-year-old going at 23xx per square foot, if you are able to invest a unit at Chuan Park at 2004, 2005, or even $2,600 per square foot, the question is 4 years later, Jadescape will be 6-year-old and you are brand new. And as a brand new development in an area of very limited supply and right beside Lorong Chuan MRT, you will command a premium over Jadescape no matter how the price move in the next 4 years, which is why the window of opportunity is when you invest in Chuan Park at very close to Jadescape price. Okay, and why we are saying that the right time is now? Why now better than maybe even 2025? Firstly, we are about to witness record volume from popular launches. Popular launches are coming out very soon. And in November, the headlines is very different from the new home headlines that we see this year. In November, we are very likely going to see record volume, and the newspaper will display a different image, okay, on sales. Okay, and when there's record volume from popular launches, we can expect to see spillover demand to existing inventory. Existing inventory meaning the new homes that are already launched. And when there's spillover demand, higher sales, we will see more price increase on existing inventory. And coupled with the fact that interest rate is coming down, 19 September, interest rate have cut once and very likely cutting again in the coming months. And when interest rates are down, monthly repayment will be down. And monthly repayment down is accompanied by an increase in volume. Lower repayments translate to higher volume. And with what we are seeing from November onwards, if this image is true, we will very likely to see very strong price increase pressure. Okay, yeah, very strong price increase pressure. Okay, we are going to expect to see this. Okay. Okay, so what is the process like for Chuan Park? Okay, the process like is, firstly, now we are collating your interest. So if you are interested to register for the Chuan Park preview sale, you can reach out to our ERA teammates, okay, to do an expression of interest. Okay, but of course, our show flat is currently pending COH approval, and our developer will definitely launch once they get approval, and it should be quite close already. So we are looking at maybe within the next 2 weeks. Within the next 1 to 2 weeks, we should be open. Our ERA teammates will be informing you. Okay, so during the show flat viewing period is over 10 days. You can view the show flat, view the finishes. And today we are at the show flat, and the show flat is very well done. Okay, the ID It's very well done, and just looking forward to show you around. Okay, so that will be happening very soon, our show flat viewing period. And of course, 2 weeks from the start of the show flat viewing period is the balloting date. But the registration of interest will cut off earlier. So if you are already interested in the Chuan Park ballot, you can reach out to our ERA teammates. In fact, our ERA teammates will be, going on a Zoom with you to go through the different views, the site map, and where the pricing will be. Where are the good units for investment as well as homestay, and also to do out a financial plan for you. Okay. And of course, for a development like Chuan Park, right, if you want a certainty to get any unit, we are looking at a multiple unit purchase between direct family members. So direct family members purchase have a priority. Direct family meaning like brother and sister, or maybe parents and kid, or husband and wife. Okay, this is one tier relationship. One tier relationship, 2 units and above, there will be a priority purchase. So you are going ahead of the rest. Okay, and of course, if you are successful in getting any Chuan Park unit, 5% booking fee will be paid upon successful of booking. And yes, registration for a ballot number, okay, does not require any firm commitment. Okay, so it's just to see your ballot number, see the price, and whether the unit that you want is available at the price that you want. Okay, so that will be the expression of interest. Okay. Okay, so contact our ERA teammates for a Zoom call to run through the Chuan Park pricing as well to do out a financial plan for you. It's important to plan earlier than later. Okay, and of course, I will urge all of you here to register for the Chuan Park ballot. It's a development with very low supply, very high demand. It's a new development going at close to resale price. Okay, and next. And the entry price will be reasonable. And what development are we using to compare? Right, we have compared with a resale Jadescape, and now we are comparing with a new development. And the development we all feel that is a worthy comrade of Chuan Park. You can make a guess. Our worthy comrade of Chuan Park is none other than Grand Diamond. Okay. Grand Diamond is also an SML development within 1 km to Kong Hwa School, Head Girls School, Tanjong Katong Primary School. Walking distance to Dakota MRT, and also a large size development. And more importantly, Dakota MRT is on the Circle Line, just like Chuan Park. And the point here is that the market have accepted up to even 2007 to 2800 PSF for a similar SML development, right? And you can look at all the transactions. There are units even up to 2009, but let's say 2007, 27XX to 28XX. If you can get anything below 27XX at Chuan Park, it will be a reasonable price already. Okay. And on top of that, Chuan Park is surrounded by constant transformation. On the left of Chuan Park, we are looking at the Bright Hill Cross Island Line interchange that is coming up. It's a new interchange for the Thomson East Coast Line as well as Cross Island Line, and more residential plots are planning in this area. Okay, and of course, Bishan as our sub-regional center, we are going to see increased commercial and office spaces there, transport connectivity enhancement, as well as more residential development near the MRT area, near the Skyview Sky Habitat area, which all this detailed explanation, right, is already with all our ERA teammates in our kit. So you can reach out to them for a Zoom call to go in detail the transformation that's happening all around Chuan Park. And with that, at Toa Payoh, we are looking at a rejuvenation at Toa Payoh with new sports center, new polyclinic, new library, new town park, ready by 2030. And we must mention Bidadari New Town, there'll be more demand from MOP $1 million HDBs by the time Chuan Park TOP. Some of them have MOP, but even more $1 million HDB will be ready, will be MOP by the time Chuan Park is ready and completed in year 2028. In fact, not to only to mention Bidadari, but the Bishan, Toa Payoh, Serangoon area is already home to many, many $1 million flats and also very nice condos. Okay, and Lorong Halus is also developing. And of course, Paya Lebar, finally, we are reaching 2030 already. Okay, relocation of Paya Lebar Air Base, new town there, more homes, more transactions, more appreciation coming up. And so we've came up with a very important Chuan Park multiple exit plan if you are considering a unit for investment. Entering in 2024, we are in a very high demand and low supply entry point. High demand being a SML development, not walking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes or even 10 minutes to MRT. We are right beside the MRT station. We are within 1 km, some blocks are within 1 km to 5 primary schools. And we are a large size development, over 400,000 square feet in land size and only 5 blocks. Okay, and we are the one and only new development in the area right beside the MRT. And what we are going to see over the next 2 years in 2026 is that our surrounding resale developments or new homes will continue their price increase. Chuan Grove, okay, a GLS plot near us would launch, okay, couple of minutes walk to the MRT, and Ori at Toa Payoh will be launching at, given the land price, it might be, slightly on the higher side. And Jadescape and Scala resale will continue their price increase. So we let their price go up further first, which lead to our first exit point in year 2028. You are exiting on a one and only brand new development in Lorong Chuan. And always the only one that's right beside the MRT. Okay. In year 2030, we talk about the Toa Payoh rejuvenation, as well as more activity which might be upcoming in the Bishan area, the completion of the new sports center, even a polyclinic, library, and town park, and further investment into the Bishan sub-regional center. And on the longer future, by year 2035, we are going to see more action in the Bidadari upgrades as well as the Paya Lebar transformation. And having said that, this is just a brief overview on the Chuan Park investment potential. On the exact site plan, pricing, financial plan, right? Please reach out to our ERA teammates for a Zoom session. Yes, the ERA teammate who invited you here today. Okay, and once again, okay, before I pass the baton to Jay, remember SML development enjoy excellent capital appreciation. Chuan Park is the first launch in 14 years. Expect very high pickup rate. And the window of opportunity created by ABSD is that if you can get a new home at close to resale prices, and this is the opportunity now. And we are on a very reasonable entry price. Okay, and with that, of course, contact our ERA teammates, and I will pass over the time to Jay, and Jay will be sharing very important insights on the site, on our plan, on our plot, as well as very thorough floor plan analysis. Over to you, Jay.
Thank you so much, Eugene, for the very insightful data analysis on the price point. Okay, so everyone, it's my turn now. Let me share my screen. All right, so okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Jay here, one of the project in charge for the development for Chuan Park. All right, so as you can see, our topic today is the unmatched advantage that makes Chuan Park the most desirable choice. Okay, just before I start, can I just confirm? Can you guys hear me? Panelists, can you hear me? Type of one if you can hear me, panelists. Okay, thank you. All right, I think I'm good to go. Okay, so let's go. All right, let's go in depth to the Chuan Park product analysis itself. All right, I would like to bring out some of the unmatched development attributes to all of you. Okay, so the content today I'll be touching on over here. Number one is definitely a sought after location. Introduction to BTS. I think Eugene Ko have just briefly mentioned to you what is a BTS. Okay, point 1.1.2 will be doorstep to MRT, 5 renowned primary school. Point 2, majestic land size, the benefit and the maximized view of mega development. Design inspiration. And number 4, we have the Chuan Park quality assurance. And last but not least, we have the floor plan and site plan analysis. All right. So let's go into the sharing. Right before I start with my 5 pointers, just to share a little more personal experience on the ground with you all. All right. Living near Chuan Park, I'll share some of my personal experience. All right. So I'm a strong believer in BTS, Bishan, Toa Payoh, Serangoon vicinity. All right. So this is my properties journey in the BTS. All right. So I would like to share this information with you. Why? Because with this, right, we can relate better later as I share some examples here and there coming to the Chuan Park. Okay. I bought the Minton in the 2011. So Minton is TOP in 2013. Total, there's 1145 units. Okay. Maintenance fee. One of the reasons that I have been enjoying my stay in Minton is that we have a very, very low maintenance fee, which is about $300 plus minus inclusive of the sinking fund. Okay, the land size is somewhat similar to the SML development as what Eugene mentioned. All right, 500,000 square feet of land size for the Minton. This is how it looks like. That is my last photo of my house that I move out before I move out. Okay, and on the right hand side, at the same time, I also invested in 2013 in the Skyview unit. All right, so this shows you how much I believe in the location. Okay, since shortly after, thanks to BTS, I'm actually able to enjoy my asset progression to the next stage. I'm able to build my own my own landed home. And right now I'm speaking to you inside my new home, which is about TOP 2 years ago. Okay, and that's me bought during COVID, and yeah, we're wearing the mask. Okay, so move into the Serangoon vicinity since end of 2014. That is when I moved into the Minton. All right. Okay, so that's a little bit of background on myself. Okay, so later as we move on, some of the pointers will correlate to some of my personal experience. Okay, so before I touch into the 5 pointers, I want to share with you a general fact sheet. All right, Chuan Park, if you have not known, this is 915 units, total 5 towers. All right, it's a majestic land size of 400,588 square feet. Okay, in perspective, it's a good 5 football field size. All right, 734 parking lots. All right, all the architect, main con, everyone has been nicely already appointed. All right, which later I will touch on one of the pointer which talk about the developer and the main con. Okay, so point number 1.1, sought after location. I would like to introduce you all to a new term called BTS. It's not the Korean boy band, but it is something that I'll share with you shortly. So let's establish where is Chuan Park. Okay, I know everyone knows where is Chuan Park, but let's see where is it being plotted if you were to open a URE map. Okay, URE map over here is plotted over here, and let's zoom in a little more. All right, if you see, actually we are right at the corner of the city fringe. Okay, the dark bold line over here is the map of the central region, and we are right at the corner of it. Okay, so this is how centralized Chuan Park is. Okay, so what is BTS? I think Eugene Ko has mentioned previously earlier. It's the golden triangle of Bishan, Serangoon, Toa Payoh. These three, it comes together and makes a very, very powerful cluster. A very popular cluster as well. Nothing unfamiliar to you guys. So I have this question to ask all of you. Is there any Bishan supporter here If you can, press the, can you help me raise the hand with the raise hand button? Okay. Thank you. I saw you guys. And may I know who are the Serangoon supporter? Please raise your hand. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the participation. All right. So, which is better? Let me ask you, does it matter if today you don't have to choose? If I tell you we are smack in the middle of these two very popular cluster. One stop away, in the morning, you possibly can have your grocery at Bishan Junction 8 to the left side of the Circle Line. And by the afternoon, probably you can have your lunch with your friends over at Next Mall. And that's where you enjoy your bus interchange, library. You can choose whether you want to go to the Shaw Movie Theatre or the Golden Village Theatre, your choice. Next Mall, Junction 8. All right, I love both. Okay, so what is the big deal about BTS? Bishan Serangoon is always sought after. Don't take it from me. Let's take it from an HPOP article. All right. So if you look at the red color highlighted wording, neighborhood with the highest application rate was Serangoon. Okay, and on the other side, we have most anticipated project in November BTO 2023 is the Bishan Xinmin neighborhood. Again, Bishan, Serangoon, our name pop up again. All right, BTS. So BTS, let's have a quick overview glance of how is the performance. Okay, so we plucked out the figures. All right, for the Bishan property prices index, right? The performance, it outperformed the whole other district by 63% for Bishan versus the rest. What about Serangoon versus the rest? It also outperformed by 38% comparing to all other districts. Okay, and as for Toa Payoh, it's a good 27%. So we are actually seeing very high, substantial outperforming performance. All right. So coming back to the location, all right, I also want to reiterate, right, we are just 4 minutes drive as you come out from CTE. All right, be it come out from CTE or you want to enter back to CTE, it's just a mere 4 minutes drive. In exact is 1.2 km. Okay. And I would like to also highlight to you is that there's a very quick accessibility to expressway. Very important. All right. So because if you were to plot out the Google map, right? If our time taken from Chuan Park to Orchard, look at that, 16 minutes, 10 kilometer, followed by Chuan Park going to Raffles Place, 16 minutes as well, thanks to the CTE, thanks to all the connected expressway. And for us to go down to the Marina Bay Sands, 18 minutes, nothing is more than 20 minutes over here. All right, the next point. We all know we are very, very near to MRT. Eugene also mentioned and emphasized we are very near MRT, but how near? Doorstep? What is doorstep? What about 62 meter to MRT? Okay, and I actually went to check 62 meter, it correlates to 83 steps to the MRT. Is it impressive? This is very, very impressive because based on what we have in the current inventory, to have such a close proximity to the MRT, we possibly can even win over some of the integrated development that has the MRT located in between the development. You will be surprised our walking distance is even nearer than them. Okay. And on top of that, not only we are near MRT, but near to what MRT, it matters as well. So we are near to the powerful Circle Line. What is the big deal? The Circle Line is running on the circumference of the central region. I plotted this Circle Line map over here, and then it falls nicely within the central region. It doesn't go out of the, outside of the central. Okay, and what is more powerful is that, look at that. Number one MRT to Serangoon Northeast Line, 1 station to North-South Line, Bishan Red Line. Number 2, we get 3 stops to Catacott. That is your relatively new line. That is the Thompson line. Number 3, 4 stops to Botanic Gardens. I love that place. Imagine don't have to drive there. You just hop onto the Circle Line and you pop up into Botanic Garden in probably less than, 15 minutes. Okay, the most another 2 minutes for the waiting time. Number 4, 5 stops to Paya Lebar. All right. So if you see the Circle Line actually touches all the major interchange within a short distance, within just a short station away. Okay. Okay, yeah, there you go. Next, I would like to touch on this superb unmatched attribute of this Chuan Park. We are not nearby to only one, not two, not three, but five renowned primary schools. Where are they? Zhonghua Primary School, CHIJ, Our Lady of Good Counsel, Yangzheng Primary School, St. Gabriel, just literally a stone throw away, Ho Chuan Presbyterian Primary School as well. You should look at this radius over here. Okay, we are close by 1 kilometer for this 5 development. Okay, but some of the blocks, example like the Ho Chuan Presbyterian, we're waiting for the final confirmation from one map, but based on our own map, right, if you can see on the bottom left, there are already blocks touching the 1 km radius. Okay. Not only we are 1 kilometer to primary school, we are also within 1 to 2 kilometer to very good international school, Australia International School, tertiary school like Nanyang Junior College. Okay, and overall amenities, all right, just to name the schools, all right, and where are some of the nearest amenities? New Tech Park, Next Mall, Bishan, all right. Point number 2, majestic land size. Something very, very rare that I think Chuan Park holds a very strong edge over any other new launches or even the existing ones. Okay, we have a maximized views. So what do we mean here? It's a rare site that is very, very hard to come by. As you know, Chuan Park is not from a government land sale. It was done through en bloc sales. Okay, I would say for en bloc sales for such a mega plot, moving in the near future is almost impossible to happen due to the lots of the restriction that is actually by the government. Okay, so very happy that this thing pull off. So you get a chance to invest in this beautiful development. All right, this is the bird eye view and another bird eye view of all the blocks positioning. This is what I meant by the maximized potential view. Only with such big plot of generous land, 400,588 square feet equates to 5 football field potentially. All right, everyone is getting a very well spaced out kind of the settings. Okay, the 5 majestic tower very nicely spread out. As you can see from the bird eye view, comparing to the nearby neighborhood, no one is being spread out in this manner. That will actually means you definitely getting the best cross ventilation, the best view. Okay, so what sort of view are we talking about? All right, so over here, basically, if you are aware of the development, we are actually mostly more than 80% are in the north and south facing. In the north facing, this is the view number 1. This is the north facing looking into the Serangoon Garden vicinity. All right, this is all the landed zoning. All right, this is a very beautiful and rare view to come by. All right, view number 2. All right, it will be viewed towards the direct south facing, which is overlooking towards Potong Pasir National Stadium and Marina Bay. This is an actual photo taken from the old building. All right, and as per the wording over here, if you go for anything at level 19 and above, a full clear unblocked view. Does it mean that the lower floor don't get a view? It's not true. So if you look closely, we have the Spring Bloom, Chiltern Park behind, which is even lower floor. They have been staggered. And Spring Bloom in front of us is very well spread out. You will definitely get view towards the city as well. Not necessary to be above 19. Okay, so view number 3, we overlook into the Nanyang JC. So Nanyang JC, we strategically at this view here, which is towards the southeast, you have a nice unblocked view. I would say it's a very far unblocked view. All right, because a few hundred meters away, you will then see the Nanyang JC buildings, which is only 4-story, and further behind them will be much further away. Okay, and the view will be towards Bali Bidadari Park. Okay, another view of the north and the south facing. These are actual view, not perspective view, unedited. This is the photo we taken from the previous before it demolished. We actually have a chance to go up to the top of the building to take some nice photo. These are the real actual photos. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, north-south facing for more than 80% of my unit. Very impressive. Because it will be very hard to for any developer, they will definitely try the best to make it north-south facing. So we have almost best facing for everyone. Okay, we only have a small percentage that is in a slight northwest, but even having a slight northwest, we are overlooking to the majestic landscaping view of the waterfront area in Chuan Park. Later, I will share with you more how it looks like. All right, so this part is definitely very beautiful. The last 8% of the southeast facing overlooks to the Nanyang JC Stadium. You get a very, very beautiful block view as well. Okay, so 70% of my unit faces outward, only 30% they faces inward into the landscaping. So if you are outward, you see garden, city, landed view. Inward facing is basically our majestic landscaping view and the pool view. 30% is very little. So we have, I would say, outer facing, inner facing, it will be all in high demand. Everyone will have a good chance to pick a good unit due to the well spread out of the units. Okay, so I also like to emphasize this disadvantage of the Chuan Park placing. All right, there is an unobstructed view. Distance between residential block are very far apart. There is a non-overlapping view. If you see 242, 244, 250, they don't look into each other. There is a nice overlapping over here, meaning to say you will still enjoy your city view. At the same time, you will still enjoy your landed view on the north side of these few towers. Okay, one thing about the distance, I really need to highlight and re-emphasize. 80 meter is my closest inward facing. 85 meter being the further distance from block 250 to 246. At this kind of a distance is, if I were to put you into perspective, right, it's more than one Olympic size pool in front of you. It's almost like one plus another 3/4 of the Olympic size pool right in front of you before you see your neighbor. And I can assure you, you cannot see your neighbor being that far away. That will give you more privacy. Okay, so at 2.2 over here, we will also like to touch on mega project advantage. All right, expensive landscape facilities, vibrant environment for families, more facilities, reasonable maintenance fee. That is one of the reasons I have been staying in Minton happily for the past 7 years. Various mix, it will translate to higher transaction. More units, more volume, higher transaction volume simply means. Okay, so me and my team, we actually collected these numbers just to share. And as we actually dig out all the number to do a density check, we are very, very surprised and very impressed that the fact that if I were to plug out the numbers with a number of unit versus the site area to find our density, Chuan Park emerged as the most least dense plot in terms of number of unit versus the site area. That will simply means for every square meter, there is less neighbor sharing with you for the site area. All right, and this is truly emerged as the champion in comparison to all these mega development, including some that is still in the market as the new launches inventory. Okay, we truly actually stand out. Okay, another mega development advantage is that we tend to have a better appreciation as per the number over here. It speaks for itself. JSK, Park Esta, Sterling, they enjoy more than 30% of capital growth. The number still goes on very closely to 30%. Okay. All right. Transaction equals to appreciation. When we have more unit, we have more volume. More volume transacting will also means it will push up our resale prices in the future. And that is what happens to me during Minton stay. And I have been irresistible. Just like any other seller, I was really tempted to go off, and then I reinvested into something right after I sold my Minton. All right, the resale prices have really been pushed up to a very, very attractive price for me then. Okay, so these are a few more examples why is mega development is going to be so beneficial to you. Appeal to more buyer segment, appeal to future tenant. Obviously, if I'm a tenant, I come in, I will choose more facilities rather than an older development. That is, yeah, lower maintenance fee. With this, I would like to bring your attention to how low maintenance fee is that in Chuan Park. Look at that. There is only 2 numbers for you to remember. 315 and 369. Isn't that wonderful? I don't have anything more than $400 per month. All right. So if you're looking at an investment standpoint or in the own stay standpoint, these are very crucial number that will eat into, you know, your numbers, okay, as you exit the property later. All right. So 315 for all the 2-bedroom, all the way up to 3-bedder. If you decide to go for the 3 to 5-bedder, it's nothing more than 369. Okay, I will touch a little on the design inspiration over here. All right, because like any other development, what brings the best of the development and what brings the development to life is the architect story behind it. All right, so I'd like to touch a little over here because the developer and architect spent so much effort just to make the Chuan Park, the new Chuan Park, the new face of the whole vicinity. Okay, there is this quote by the architect: by the mountain, by the water, a secluded home retreat from the world. This pretty much sum up what does the Chuan Park means over here. Okay, we are relating a lot to the natural landscaping. All right, later as I flash some perspective to you, you will understand what I meant. All right, we have a lot of a natural landscape coming from the mountain and the water. And for everyone over here, I would also like to share with you, do you guys know what the Chuan means? The Chuan means, what does it mean? It means fountain in Hokkien. It's an auspicious name referring to wealth and prosperity. All right, so with that, if you were to invest in a unit in the Chuan Park, I guarantee you will bound to be hot. All right, so in the design inspiration, all right, so these are some of the elements that has been incorporated into the landscaping. You will see mountain aspect, you will see waterfall, valley, stream, lake, island. Okay, new living environment among mountain and water with modern touch. What do we mean? Next. All right, if you were to go to our show flat in probably the next 1 or 2 weeks, you will see this exact perspective is taken from the actual landscaping. There are mountain aspect to it, waterfall, valley, stream, lake, island. These are the exact taken from our model. Okay, with that, we actually zone up into 3 different zones, which is the vibrant courtyard, waterfront, and the forest. Okay. Okay, with that, I would like to fly you guys through into the development. I'm not too sure by now, have you all seen perspective? If not, let me briefly show you all and impress with you all. The 15-meter lap pool. Okay, this is the waterfront zoning. Okay, this is how it looks like. All right, another perspective of the night view. If you actually see over here, this is how grand the lift lobby will be in future. Okay, it's about 4.8 to 5.5 meter of the lift lobby zone, lift lobby area. Okay, next, I think this is one of the most impressive part of the waterfront is this oasis pool that span over 17 meter in length. Okay, this 17-meter pool itself, I think is so impressive. All right, because it comes with jacuzzi coves along the whole side of it, the border of it. 17-meter is a very, very big swimming pool. Right? So as you walk along the pool side, there will be cabanas. All right. So this is the space that the whole idea of this space is to actually bring all the residents to a daily retreat. When you go home every day, you will be able to unwind yourself as you walk along the poolside. Imagine being greeted with more than 140 meters of swimming pool waterfront. All right, the whole thing stretched out. All right, 130, 140 meters of waterfront living. Another perspective, if you were to imagine yourself one of the owner when you collected key, spending one of your evening over here with a red wine. All right, this is definitely a very look forward scene every day. Okay, one thing I want to give some more credit to the developer and architect is that they are very generous in the kids planning. All right, in the kids planning area, there is a kids adventure, water, and the kids club. All right smack into the waterfront space over here. Okay, so what about it? All right, so there is a 900 over square feet space of a built-in function room. That is just solely for your kids to have your own function room. All right, you imagine having a party, poolside party. You book this indoor one alongside with the swimming pool area. I think easily we can house. I think we can easily house more than 20, 30 kids or even more. All right. If you were to include the extra outdoor space, this is a one-stop area where we can house them and they will love it. This is a very, very thoughtful planning by the developer. Okay, and a touch of the forest, we will have a botanical stairway. All right, that is somewhere near to the forest part of the estate. Okay, this is just a perspective to share with you. Even for our basement, you will be greeted with lots of natural lightings. Okay, the essence of tropical living in high-rise sanctuary. Our development is not only covered with greenery footpath along the footpath. All right, as you look up from the footpath, looking into the 5 majestic tower, which is exactly this perspective you're looking at, you are going to look at something that looks like a forest, lots of canopies, lots of trees shading over you. Okay, that is because the developer also carefully thought of. They did this extra extended ledges that acts as a canopy for the whole development. Okay, next, point number 4, I would like to touch on the developer and the builder track record. All right, Kingsford Development, since the first development I have been with them till today. All right, I still vividly remember. Okay, more than 10 years of experience for sure. Okay, they are very, very good into doing such mega development, and they make them come to life and they make them come into real product. Okay, not many developer has the capacity to handle such a big development, but they managed to pull off not one but a few of such mega development. I still remember Kingsford Waterway. All right, so Kingsford Waterway, about 1,200 units. And I think one of the most commendable development will be the Normanton Park, which I will share in the next slide. But before I go to the next slide, I will also draw your attention to the developer. They actually placed a top bid of 1,400. All right, they managed to clinch the Marina Garden Lane government land site. What does this mean? This is in the pipeline. All right, Kingsford developer is here to stay. They have a rich inventory in the pipeline, and they are also venturing into the Marina Bay area. Imagine they have been granted with the site as well. Okay, the confidence from the government that they have on them is there. Okay, so I think one of the most commendable thing that the developer, I still quite clearly remember, because this is something very recent that happened. Okay, this article in 2022, Normanton Park has been fully sold, 1,862 units sold up in 18 months. 1,862 owners have voted to be in Kingsford product, and they actually placed a unit at the Normanton Park. We will have this news flash as well for Chuan Park. All right, it will be 100% sold, you like it or not. All right, so again, that will add on further to their the kind of portfolio that they will have. Okay, so one thing also very impressive, the housing controller, they actually obtained quality mark certification for all 1,862 units, for all the units. Okay, having said so much, okay, let's have a look at this perspective. If you were to look at the top 3 pictures on the top versus the bottom, I mean, if I don't put the word completed, trust me, you will have a difficulty finding which is the real perspective. I mean, which is the perspective and which is the photo taken from actual unit. All right, so there is a high quality assurance because the developer deliver what is in the perspective exactly. Don't you agree? Normanton Park, look at that. The first photo, I really love this bottom left one. I think it looks even better than the perspective to my own opinion. All right. Okay, again, developer track records, they have many in the pipeline. They won multiple awards as well. Okay, so these are some of the few development that they have recently. Okay, but I think one thing is more important. Other than the developer, I would want to draw your attention to the main contractor, the builder, so to speak. That is as equally important as who the developer is, to be honest. The developer has the pocket to hire the top class builder, and we are very excited to share with you. They are the China construction development. They are the big player in the building, in the construction segment. Right? I don't think I need to introduce more, because just look at their portfolio. These are all the very, very high profile development. It's all built by this builder. Midtown, Kenny Hill Pierce, all right, all the big name of the developer, Gokoland, CDL, all right, Singhai, we have all of them is actually, working very closely with this builder as well. Okay, I come to the last part of the segment. Okay, so now I would like to deep dive into Chuan Park floor plan and site plan analysis. Okay, so let's go in. All right, before I go in and flash the floor plan to you, I'd like to share with you, and I'm very excited and very happy to see this site map. Why? Because the color is very nicely spread out. What does that mean? It means everyone, be it a small or a big unit you're going for, everyone have a very fair chance to go for a unit, right? If you're looking for landscaping view, landed view, city view, value for money view, I have everything for you. All right, they're all very nicely spread out. Okay, so the comparison, okay, I think it's pretty straightforward. We have a total of about 14 different kind of layouts. 2 bedroom, 2 plus study, 3 classic, we have 3 bedroom, 3 types, 4 bedroom, 2 types, 5 bedroom. Okay, for our 2 bedder, we have nothing smaller than this unit, which is at 700 square feet. So bear in mind, there is also one of the reasons why we can achieve such a low density. We don't have anything that is 1 bedder. Minimally, it's a 2 bedder, and it's a 2 bed, 2 bath. Okay, like any other development, most of the time now, we get a very decent, very good size for the common room, 8.1 square meter. But this is something I would like to stress a bit more. The master room at 14.1 square meter for just a 2 bed, 2 bath is a bit unusual. This is something very commendable. It's a very big master room at 14.1 square meter. Usually I will see about 10 or 11 square meter. Okay, so we have a total of 99 units. They're all spread out nicely. All right, we have pool view, landscape view, outside view as well. Okay, so 2 bedroom and 2 plus study, open concept kitchen, like most other development. All right, the good spacing apart, 2 bed, 2 bath. Okay, 2 plus study, 2 different design. Okay, on the left hand side, B2, which is the dumbbell, is a very popular kind of a layout in the current market context, right? So it's I believe this is no stranger to everyone. Okay, but on the right hand side, maybe I'd like to touch a little more, because this show unit that we are displaying is a type B2A. I have seen many 2 bedroom different variation. I have not really seen something like that is in this manner. All right, it's very interesting. All right, I would say 743 square feet spread out into a 2 plus study is a very generous size of a 2 plus study. So as you enter living, dining, okay, we have an open concept study. All right, the green area that has been boxed up. Okay, so it's a very flexible space. We leave it open for you. All right, we leave it open. But if you would like to erect a wall or whatsoever, all right, if you want to change that into your dining, I think there's a lot of flexibility for you, right? But with that, right, more importantly, if you see the dimension over here, 5.6 meter is very amazing. All right, just a 2 plus study. Imagine you go in, you'll be greeted with 5.6 meter frontage. I love it. 30.7 square meter. All right, as much for the room sizes between the 2 plus study, all right, and the other, it will look pretty much similar. 8.1, 8.3, 11.2, 12.4. As I mentioned, master, usually I see 10 to 11. Yeah, but you can see over here, the sizes over here are rather generous. 8 square meter, minimally you can fit in a queen size bed, no worries, with a side table. All right, so 3 bedroom classic is segregated into 3 different designs. So we have the C1, which is the smallest, 915 square feet, C1A 936, followed by C1B 958. All right, they look pretty much the same. All right, So this 3-bedroom over here, one of the main difference, it goes to C1B, where it have a extra bomb shelter to double up as a storage room. C1B over here, all right, if you look out where are they, we have the mini map to show you where are they. Again, I love it on how much option that you have over here. North-south facing is very well spread out. Before I forget, one thing very important, obviously the 3-bedroom, the master room will be bigger than the two-bedroom. Okay, but on top of that, if you look out for all the 3-bedroom just in the master room itself, look at this small little window over here. If you see where my cursor is pointing, we have the gold arrow pointing in. That is exactly how the wind is going to come into the room itself. You are going to enjoy a very nice crosswind, potentially also having a nice view through that small window. I think more importantly, with the cross ventilation, that is the whole purpose of that. I think is very, very good for all the residents getting a 3-bedder. All right. Of course, if you go for a 3-bedder and above, it will be all enclosed kitchen. All right. It will be all enclosed kitchen with the gas stove. Okay. Okay, the next size, we'll go into the 3-bedroom deluxe at 1023 square feet, 95 square meter. All right, main difference, what is the difference? It comes with additional WC. All right, the space on the living dining, it will be pretty much similar. All right, enclosed kitchen as well. All right, master room also comes with a window for the cross ventilation. Okay. So except this layout is a slight difference. We will have a slightly wider dining space instead of the usual 3-bedder, okay, due to the positioning of the kitchen. Okay, so this one as you walk in, kitchen is on the right hand side. This one as you walk in, you will go through our nice foyer over here before you see the kitchen nicely tucked away. Okay, so I think both layout will work depending on what you need. All right. More importantly is that you can choose in between 3-bedroom deluxe classic or the premium, which is the 3-bedroom premium will be significantly larger. It's almost by 200 square feet. So where did the space go to? Okay, the majority of the space, it goes to a wider and a spacious living room. I have seen this layout in the showroom. These few days we have visited and saw this showroom itself. Very, very impressive. Look at the dimension over here. 4.2 meter for the living and dining. Sorry, look at the right hand side. Look at this one over here. This is the C3B, is the exact layout that has been displayed, but they have, actually these three have the same kind of a width size. 4.2 meter followed by 6.25 meter. Imagine the kind of a space that you are getting in the living dining area. It's a large, almost squarish, almost a full square of living dining space. Okay, another different why we have an almost 200 square feet bigger, potentially 300 square feet bigger than the smallest 3-bedroom classic. Okay, not only the living dining significantly bigger, okay, master room is also significantly bigger by a good 5 square meter. It comes with a walk-in closet for all the 3-bedroom premium. All right, all the unit with the 3-bedroom premium, walk-in closet, and they will have a storage or a home shelter. Either one, you will get it. Okay, and everyone will also get your WC. So basically, the 3-bedroom premium has everything, a full-fledged 3-bedroom. You call it whatever you need is all there. And not only you have it, is in very large, very luxurious size. Okay, then we'll move on to the 4-bedroom where it is actually 1335 square feet. D1 and followed by the type D2, which is 1389 square feet. All right, D1, D2. All right, there's only 2 layouts. All right, pretty straightforward. Living dining will be almost quite similar to the 3-bedroom premium. All right, so if you have a chance when you come down, all right, if you are looking at a 4-bedroom, you can refer closely to the 5-bedroom, take reference from the 5-bedroom, and part of the 3-bedroom is the 3-bedroom premium. We have some similarity. Okay. One thing I want to highlight for 4-bedroom and above, right, is that the fact that we have bigger walk-in closet. It comes with a junior master bedroom. I think for multi-generation living, for a larger family, a 4-bedroom of such layout, I think is a very high demand kind of a layout to have And it's very rare to have a junior master room, which is highlighted in pink. Okay, 17.7 square meter for both the master room itself, exclude 17.7 square meter. All right, and then we have the bathroom, the storeroom. Okay, next we will have our 5-bedroom show flat unit. All right, this is the biggest unit we have in the whole development at 1550 square feet, 144 square meter. This is our biggest unit, and there is only one and only stack that overlooks into the northern facing, straight into the landed facing as well. Okay, so again, all right, one of the main difference, okay, one of the main difference from the 5 to a 4, right, we will have an even larger dining, and this time we will equip the dining area with a dry kitchen. If you can see over here, 5-bedroom comes with a dry kitchen equipped with basin and induction hob. All right, there is a proper dry kitchen, so there's a wet and there's a dry kitchen that will be provided. If you can go to the showroom, you will see what I meant. It's going to be provided. And I love this design. Why? Because they actually tucked away the junior master room on one corner. It offers the full privacy to the folks or to whoever multi-generation living. All right. Then we will have it also is if you're coming from an investment standpoint, this one actually can have additional rental income if you do rent to some, you can rent out separately. Okay, so bedroom 2, bedroom 3, take note, we do not put in the wardrobe. Simple. Why? The reason, rationale behind it is because nowadays 5-bedroom buyers, they may not need the true 5 bedrooms. So instead of us building the closet and then you knocking it down, we might as well leave it flexible for you to play around with these 2 bedroom. Bedroom 2, bedroom 3, all right, it's a flexible space. If you ask me, you want to have your own way, you want to make it into your own, a hobby room, a gym, by all means, you can fully connect these 2 rooms together into a huge room. Okay, due to the fact that we are non-PPVC, we are actually able to do so. Most of the wall are drywall and hackable. Okay, so same. We will have the junior master room with an attached bath, 1 WC. Okay, and we will have the common bath followed by the master bathroom as well. So total 4 WC, 3 bath, 1 WC. Okay, let me see. Oh yes, the master bedroom is designed with the double sink for couple. All right, so if you actually see this floor plan over here, there are 2 units of basin. All right, again, this is the small details that the developer actually put attention to. All right, and I love this design because it's almost like a single loading concept. Front and back, you have windows, nicely ventilated for this bath. Okay, with this, I will have come to the last page of my presentation over here. In conclusion, I would like to share with you this summary points over here. Then the next page. Ladies and gentlemen, we are truly the one and only upcoming new launch with unmatched advantage, unmatched attributes. All right, why? Because we are the nearest to MRT within a district with limited supply, as per shared by Eugene Cole. The data have already proven itself, limited supply, and with this Chuan Park will actually fulfill your dream home checklist for almost 10 boxes. We can tick almost the 10 boxes. In fact, if there is 11 or more boxes, I think we can tick it anytime. All right, so with that, this is what I would like to sum up to you. Prime District, doorstep to MRT, renowned education, panoramic view, majestic landscape, limited supply, proximity, shopping, lifestyle, food haven. Right? With that, thank you very much for staying throughout the seminar. All right, as per what Eugene Cole has mentioned, we hope within the next 1-2 weeks, we will be able to invite you down to our sales gallery. Okay, and let's see. Okay, panelists, do we have anything to add on? Okay, if not, I would say we have a very, very in-depth deck. All right, we have lots more data point. All right, that to share with you, with which I definitely can't share over this short 1 to 2 hours. Okay, please reach out to each and every one of your trusted ERA advisor. They have the full deck waiting to share with you. All right. So with that, thank you everyone for staying through. All right. Thank you and have a good evening. Have a good rest.
Thank you for all your time tonight. Our ERA trusted advisor will be available to assist you with more information on Chuan Park. So good night, and we look forward to seeing you at our next Zoom seminar. Thank you.